Hey guys, so for Vlogmas day number 4, we are going to be baking a Christmassy kind of cake. First of all, I was talking a little bit more quiet because my son is sleeping and my husband are sleeping, but it is December 3rd today. You guys though will be seeing this video on December 4th. I'm trying to pre-make some videos, so in case there's a day where I can't get a video out, I've already got one made. And I am so excited to be doing kind of a different little video. I feel like I haven't had a cook with me or bake with me in forever. So we're going to be making a new recipe that I have not tried myself. And it is actually from my Gooseberry Patch calendar. So every single year I get this Gooseberry Patch calendar from Hobby Lobby, but you can order them from the Gooseberry Patch website if you're ever interested in them. They just have the prettiest illustrations. I just think they're so homey and just so festive. I'll show you guys what I mean. And every single month there's a new recipe. When I first started getting these calendars, I think this is my second or third year, I said I'm gonna make every recipe every month. Well, that didn't work. I don't know if I've made any of the recipes yet, but today we are going to make this recipe and try it out. So I'm going to turn it around and show you guys the recipe. It's on there. It looks like it's on a little recipe card on the picture. And then I also will try to have the recipe down below typed up for you guys in the description. So if you do want to do the recipe, but today we're going to be making a sour cream coffee cake. Sounds delicious. I am so excited. So let's get started. Up here is, and see what I mean? I just think the pictures are so pretty on this. It says heartwarming holidays. This is a sour cream coffee cake. We're going to need flour, baking soda, baking powder, sugar, salt, butter, eggs, sour cream, brown sugar, cinnamon, and I am not putting nuts in mine because nuts are not my favorite. But it's kind of cool. It's got all the directions, everything on there. Every single month, this is what that calendar looks like. And I just think it's so pretty. And down here, there'll be really cute little sayings, and just little craft ideas and different things. I'm look how pretty this is. So I just look so forward every month to switching this and changing it and see what my new recipe is. But we're going to get started. First things first, I got a tripod. I am so excited. So I'm not sure if I'm going to I think what I'm going to do, sometimes I have my husband walk around and film with me so he can show you guys every little step. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my mixer here. I'm gonna get all of my ingredients measured out and then show you guys as I'm dumping them in and how I'm doing it, what you guys will need, and then we'll show you what it looks like and taste test it. I want it to be done when my husband wakes up. It's 3 o'clock right now. They're both napping. He said he wanted to wake up at 3, but I think I'm not going to wake him up yet. I'm going to get my cake going and then I might wake him up. So let's get started. I'm so happy to have a tripod where I don't have to lean it on something here. It's just ready to go. And I'm also baking in my Christmas shirt. Do you guys leave it down in the comments below if you guys like the Chevy Chase Christmas Vacation movie? That is my all-time favorite Christmas movie. With my dad's side of my family, my Nana and my dad and my grandpa and stuff, we watched that every single year for Christmas. We would open presents and then all sit in the living room at night once it got dark and we'd all watch the movie together. So I've probably seen this movie at least 50 times plus in my life. I watch it every season. I've watched it every Christmas forever. So yeah, we're gonna start baking and we got our festive shirt on. And I also, to the side, I just have all the holiday vibes. I've got this really good smelling candle from Bath and Body Works burning. Let me see if I can, I think it's called Mahogany Balm. It smells so good. It literally smells like Abercrombie and Fitch. If you guys have ever walked past an Abercrombie and Fitch or went in, but really all you had to do was walk past, they smell amazing. So that smells just like Abercrombie and Fitch. I love it. So let's get baked. I brought my KitchenAid over here. I normally keep it over beside my sink. Let me scoot this back just a little bit. I may lean this up. Okay. That looked better. All right, let's see. I'm gonna plug this guy up. I need to see what we need to preheat our oven on. I really wanna start making more videos like this because I love to bake. It really relaxes me. I love baking. So let's get started. Guys, we're ready to go. I got most of the ingredients here. I do have to do a separate little thing on the side, but we're gonna just work step by step together. So it says in a bowl, so we're gonna put this in our mixing bowl. In a bowl, combine the flour, which is 1 3/4 cup of flour. So let me dump that in. Alrighty. Baking powder, baking soda, and salt, which is all mixed in here. I just put all of my little things in there. You need a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I just combined mine because I knew they all needed to go in there. So pour those in there. Then let's see, flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt. We need the sugar. The sugar is a whole cup of sugar. So I got that. Let me dump that in there. And then we also need the butter, which is supposed to be softened. This is 1 1/2 cups of butter, so technically 3 sticks of butter. I've already got that softened. Let me pour it in from this side. You definitely know it's gonna be a good cake when there's three sticks of butter in it. And the eggs, you need 2 eggs beaten. So I've already beat my eggs. I'm gonna put 2 eggs in there. Let me put that in the sink also. And then you need the sour cream. So you need a whole cup of sour cream. So I already have that measured out in here. So it says we're gonna just combine all of these. So let me get my sour cream in there. Okay, had to get a spoon. Let me scoop that in there. And then we'll get this mixing and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So it says after this, in a separate bowl, we're going to combine the brown sugar and the cinnamon. And if you were using nuts, you would also put that in the brown sugar mix. Let me get all this out. And then with that, we're going to pour half of this batter into a greased tube or Bundt pan. I'm going to use a Bundt pan because I don't have a tube pan. Sprinkle with half the brown sugar mixture. Repeat layers once. So do it one more time like that. And we're gonna bake it. So that sounds good. And guys, while you're at this step, I forgot to tell you this earlier, preheat your ovens to 350 so they can be ready to go. But I got my sour cream in there. So let's get this mixed up. I'll show you guys what this is looking like. I got that mixing. Looking really good. Let's get a spatula, and we're gonna use our festive Christmas spatula for this. Gonna lift that up. Let me scrape this guy off. This is looking really good already. Yum, yum, yum. I think I'll just mix the rest with the little spatula. Make sure it got down in here good. Looks really good, really fluffy. If you guys can see that, it's very, very fluffy, very creamy, looks very buttery. It kind of reminds me a little bit of when I make my sugar cookies, which I'll have to show you guys sometime because they take sour cream, a whole bunch of flour, a whole bunch of butter, but they are the really good like cut out sugar cookies. I use them out of a Mennonite cookbook. Everything from a Mennonite cookbook is good. All right, guys, so I'm gonna start. I haven't got together yet the brown sugar and the cinnamon, but I need 3/4 cup of brown sugar packed and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. So let me get that going. All right, guys, so I got my cinnamon here and I've got my brown sugar. So I'm gonna get 3/4, I got a 1/4 cup here. I'm gonna get 3/4 of my brown sugar in here, packed pretty good. Do 3 of those. Just drop that in. I love when you drop them in and they make like a little, almost looks like a little cookie. So I got 1 of those. You guys will have to tell me in the comments what your favorite Christmas cookies are. I definitely saved a bunch on my Pinterest for making this year. Some that I haven't made before, like little thumbprint cookies. I know last year, for the first time, my mom and I made raisin-filled cookies. And they were very similar to sugar cookies, like homemade sugar cookies like I make, because the batter is very similar. But we're done with that for now. but you have to make like bigger cookies, smaller cookies, and a raisin filled like filling. But I actually, instead of making it, I bought it at a farmer's market and they were really good. I don't know if I'll do them for sure this year because the sugar cookies and that are very time consuming. Both are very time consuming. So now I'm gonna get my little tablespoon. These little things I got from Pampered Chef. These are awesome. You can like do up to a teaspoon, like slide it all the way down. I love these things. I have 2 of the tablespoon ones and 2 of the teaspoon ones. I love them so much. So I'm gonna open my cinnamon. I need a tablespoon of cinnamon. So I'm gonna pop the top off here. It's okay if I get a little extra in my bowl. But I hate, these always have like that shaker top, and you can never measure out cinnamon with a shaker top, but they're good if you just want to sprinkle things with it. But let's get a tablespoon of cinnamon. I'm going to sprinkle that all around. Put this over to the side. Let me put my little cap back on in case I forget. And get that ready to go. And let's mix this up. All right, guys, so I like heavily coated my Bundt pan with cooking spray because if you guys, I've made a lot of things in a Bundt pan, and when you flip that thing and it doesn't fall out, it is so frustrating. I just used some little butter flavored cooking spray. I also thought about, I know on the picture on the calendar, it doesn't give an icing recipe with this, but I thought about making like a little just powdered sugar and like milk or some kind of little icing just to like drizzle over the top. If I do that, I'll definitely tell you guys what it is and how I made it. I'm not for sure if I'm gonna do that. Hey guys, sorry, we had a little crash. I have my phone, my little tripod, like when I lean the screen down too far, my phone's kind of heavy and it will like tip forward if it's too far. And I want you guys to more be able to see what I'm doing instead of my face. So I'm weighing it down with this little portable speaker and it tipped over. So that is okay, but I'm just making sure this little mixture, this is the brown sugar, which I said was 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar, a tablespoon of cinnamon. I'm just kind of making sure I get kind of some of the brown sugar clumps out of there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our mixture and we're gonna pour half of it into our Bundt pan. And then we're gonna sprinkle some of this, then do half more of this, and then sprinkle the top with the brown sugar mixture again. So we're gonna kind of alternate. So let's see, I may pause the video and then show you guys what it looks like at the end. I'm gonna show you guys as I go because I think I can do it with both hands. Maybe it gets kind of hard once you get around the side. Put a good little amount there, spread it around a little. And then we're gonna take our cinnamon mixture and sprinkle that around, like half of it. This looks so good already. This would be like great to make for a Christmas morning. You could already have it done like the night before and on a pretty plate. That would be really good. I feel like I might not even use all of this. I don't know, there's a lot of that. We'll see. Okay, now we're gonna scrape and go back in with our remaining mixture. Come in on the side. I love when my husband's helping me because he'll like spin the bowl for me. Bundt pans aren't always the hardest or the easiest to fill by yourself. Let's get, we don't want to lose any of our cake mixture. Get in there and scrape it good. Scrape all around. But yeah, what I was saying was earlier, I want to try to make some of the little blossoms, the little peanut butter blossoms this year, sugar cookies. I want to also maybe try to do like some thumbprint cookies this year. I've never made any thumbprint cookies, I don't think. And maybe some chocolate chip cookies, just classic, and kind of do a nice little platter of cookies. Normally I make a ton of cookies, me and my mom, and we hand them out to our friends and stuff, but this year's kind of a weird year, but that's what I'm looking like so far in there. And now I'm gonna go and sprinkle some of this on top. And like I said, this would be the time if you wanted to put nuts in here, if you liked walnuts or pecans, crushed pecans, this would be a good time to do that. I'm not a huge fan of nuts like in cake and breads. Like I know a lot of people will make banana nut bread. I just like plain banana bread. I don't know. I know a lot of people love that. I just prefer it the other way. So I'm just going to I'm not going to use all of this mixture. We'll see how it works out with just using some because this made like a ton. And I don't want it to be like so overpowering with like the cinnamon and brown sugar. So I just kind of like nicely coated the top. We are going to put this in a preheated oven, guys, at 350 for 35 to 45 minutes. And you want to poke it to check it to make sure. And if your poke comes out clean, I just normally use little toothpicks. I keep a little toothpick jar right here and I poke my cakes with those. But you can even buy those really nice pokers. I don't have any of those. But yeah, I'm going to just start cleaning up my kitchen a little bit and pop this guy in the oven. I'm going to do 35 minutes first, poke it and see how it looks. And I may make a glaze. I'm not totally sure yet. I think that would be really good. So let's see how it goes. Guys, look at how this looks so far. Yummy. We're going to poke it and see how it comes out. I already got my dishes all started, so I got that cleaned up. Okay, guys, it's coming out pretty clean, so I'm going to let it sit for a minute, and then I'm going to try to flip it. I'm really thinking about making an icing because I think it would be really pretty. The cake is done, and I was impatient and went to flip my Bundt pan too soon.
And she messed the cake up.
And I messed the cake up. It like the top kind of stuck to the inside because it was still so warm. I knew I needed to be more patient because that's happened to me before. But I really wanted to flip it because I was excited to icing it. So I was going to drizzle icing on it, but it did not work out that way because the cake got kind of messed up. So I actually put a jar of this fluffy whipped icing to kind of hold the top together because the top kind of got messed up. But we're going to cut it and see how it tastes. So we got our cake here. I am going to taste it. It's still kind of warm. I just hate that I even put it on this really pretty cake plate because I wanted it to look really good. You want to try it, honey?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mmm. It's really good, though. What do you think, hon?
If I could cuss on your...
No cussing.
If I could cuss, I'd say a word.
That it's that good?
Starts with a D, ends with a ham.
Mmm. Mm-hmm. Guys, I'd probably give this a 10 out of 10. Mm-hmm. I would definitely make it. Just if you're using a Bundt pan, let it cool because my top kind of like caved in. So I ended up putting a jar of this icing, which I put it on while it was still warm. So it kind of like turned into more of a glaze than like an icing. Excuse me. But I would just make sure it's cool before you flip it because I wanted to show you guys like such a pretty little picture of it. But guys, even though it's not the prettiest cake, it's good. Very good.
10 for taste.
10 for taste.
Presentation.
0.
We gonna work on that one.
Devin said, goodness. This car just went by our house and we could like hear their music word for word.
Perfectly in this house.
In the house. Goodness. Devin said a 10 for taste. The presentation will work on. But I even put some little red sanding sugar on top. You guys can see. Really good. Alright guys, so that's our video for today for Vlogmas. I hope you enjoyed that. I definitely recommend this. Just a tip though, it is really good with the icing. I haven't drank this, babe. I keep inhaling like a piece of cake. Okay, thank you. Anyways, it is really good. I would definitely make it. I would definitely put like a glaze on it. It just adds to it. But make sure make sure to let it cool before you flip the cake. But I would definitely make it. Guys, I will have the recipe to this down in the description below, typed up for you guys. Definitely try to make this. This is from the Gooseberry Patch calendar.
Are you eating this?
Yeah, yes, get another piece.
Wow.
But guys, please like and subscribe. We appreciate you guys being here. Have a great day or night whenever you're watching.